The following is a live sports presentation on Glycod.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
Testing.
Louisville basketball game night as we get set for what should be a fun one. The Mercy Academy Jaguars at 13-11 get set to take on the 15-5 Assumption Rockets. Hello and welcome here into Assumption High School. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Hemley alongside you. And Coach, we're set for what should be a fun night of girls basketball.
It's one of those games late in the year, mid-February. Really no ramifications at all. Win or lose, two separate regions. A lot of times coaches will just approach these games as we're not going to show everything.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to get the film. Like I said, there are no ramifications, wins or loss, no consequences, no rewards. So kind of just one of those games where you just kind of roll it out and say, let's go get after it.
Yep, well, let's see what happens here in this one tonight. Let's take a look at some players to watch. In that regard, pretty easy for us here tonight. It's going to be Maggie Young for Mercy. She's averaging over 15 points per contest. And also, on the other side of things, Ashlyn James, a 5'9 senior. She averages 14 points per game, an Indiana University commit. So we'll keep our close eye on those two here tonight, Coach.
Yeah, Maggie Young, she's part of a dynamic duo with Abby Reitzel. They both getting about almost 30 points a game between them. But there are two players we definitely need to keep an eye on. Matter of fact, Coach C from Assumption said that they have to know where Abby Reitzel is at all times. So there's a couple good players they've got. But then you talk about the starting five for Assumption are really talented. They all run on the track team. They're really fast. And they've got players going Division I. They've got track players. I mean, they're just really, really good. Jada Allen can play. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we both are. It should be a fun night of basketball here on Glycod. But we'll go ahead and sneak in our first break. We'll come back on the other side. Coach got a chance to catch up with Mercy head coach Nick Can here in our pregame this evening. You'll hear that conversation next as Louisville basketball game night continues after this here on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit polorealestategroup.com.
Good evening. This is Coach Dave Henley. I'm here with Mercy head coach, Mr. Nick Cann. Coach, you're taking on a pretty good team tonight, the Assumption Lady Rockets. But the bigger picture, you're getting closer to postseason. Where do you feel your team is right now? Areas of growth, things you really like just heading into postseason?
Yeah, I think everybody right now is trying to dial in the best formula for them, and we're no different. And so we've kind of been playing a lot of multiple defenses as the year's gone on, and a bunch of different players in our rotation, and just trying to figure out what pieces and what parts work together. We think we got a pretty good idea of the direction we're heading, and we're just using these games at the end of the year to hopefully help us get tuned up for a long postseason run.
No doubt. You're not in the same region, so in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. What concerns you most about Assumption?
They are so athletic. I think that's the biggest thing. I told the girls we have to be able to compete when the ball comes off the rim or the ball's rolling around on the floor, and that's where it starts. We have to, the numbers, the turnovers and the rebound numbers have to be even. They're so good at that. They're athletic. They play hard. They're experienced. That certainly will be a challenge. But if we can compete in those two stats, we feel like we have a chance to hang around.
Yeah, we'll be sure and keep an eye on that one. For those who might not have seen Mercy Lady Jaguars play this year, what can we expect from your team?
Well, I think you'll see us play hard. We like to shoot the ball. We get a lot of shots up. We like to play fast. We shoot a whole bunch of threes. We're a lot of guards, and so really, I think we don't really have a single traditional post player on our whole roster. So we get up and down. We shoot the ball a lot, and we play really hard on the defensive end.
Good, Coach. I appreciate it. If you could, one last thing, if you had to put your thumb on one thing, what would it be for the Lady Jaguars to get the win tonight?
I would say you could look at the offensive rebound stats and see where we are. I'm not a big total rebounds guy. When I look at the rebounding battle, I look at offensive versus offensive rebounds. If we can compete with them in that stat, I think we have a chance.
Coach, I really appreciate it. Best of luck to you tonight. We're going to keep an eye on those stats along with you. For Glycod Sports, this is Coach Dave Henley.
Appreciate Coach Nick Cann taking some time for us here in the pregame tonight, and due to a time crunch, we're going to head right to the interview with head coach Karen Kovach, as Coach was able to catch up with her here in the pregame tonight as well. Here's that conversation.
Welcome back, sports fans. This is Coach Dave Henley. I'm here with Coach C. Coach, you got a pretty good ball club. You got kind of a rivalry game tonight with Mercy. Grand scheme of things, it's not that important, out of region. We talked a little bit yesterday. Your team's kind of fighting the Kentucky crud. Everybody healthy?
Yes. Thanks, David. Great to be on. Great to be talking with you. Yeah, every game is important. Yes, our team has been hit with the same stuff that's just going around. I joke with everybody that knows me that if I could put these girls in a bubble, I would, between flu and injury.
Right. Getting close to postseason, do you kind of like where your team is now, or are there some things you need to work on, or because it's getting late, there's not a whole lot of changing up right now. Where do you feel your team is?
Yeah, there's not a lot of daylight left. Postseason is what everybody looks forward to. What I love about this team is the chemistry, the camaraderie that we play for each other, with each other, and that's something that as a school and as a program, we strive for always. I think when you love each other, you play harder, so I'm really proud of that. X's and O's, we always have that to work on, but full energy, then I'm proud of them. But I have high expectations, and I'm a perfectionist, so I don't think you'll ever hear me say, yep, I'm happy with where we're at.
Yeah, we're all always looking to improve. Young and Wright's a pretty good 1-2 punch at Mercy. Do you prepare any different for something like that, a team that's got 1 or 2 players, or do you just say, let's go out, we're going to play Assumption basketball?
Yeah, I'm a follower of the John Wooden mindset, where we worry about ourselves, and we do that with every game. Sure, we scout just like everybody does, but we're focused on us.
Yeah, Coach, one other thing. What else does Mercy do? Looking at them, and I think most of us would like to be that way where we just focus on us. But going into the game and you watch film, and I'm sure you've seen them play, what do they do that concerns you?
Well, I do love Reitzel. I've watched her play a few years now. I think she's going to be a great college player. She's got a beautiful shot, quick trigger. So she's we'll watch her from the three. They are a good shooting three team, and they're not afraid to let it fly. So we'll have to defend, the shooters for sure.
Right. Coach, you got a bullseye on you now. I was reading Jason Frakes' stuff, and the Assumption Lady Rockets are now number 1 in the Elite 16 Kentucky poll. So they're going to be coming after you, as is everybody else. And I know you kind of got to like that because it means you're good and you're respected. But tonight only, what do you have to do to win?
Well, I'm purposely not on social media, but proud of the team and proud of what we've done. And they need to remember that too. The rankings are what they are. You got to go out and win. You got to go and prove that you are number 1. So we have the mindset of 1-0. Every game matters. We've got to win that game, focus on that game, and get better in the game, right? We've had a heck of a schedule. We've played nationally ranked teams this season. I really was proud of the fact that we were able to see a lot of different defenses and just get better every game.
Well, Coach, it's been a pleasure talking with you the last 2 days. I look forward to watching your team play. Best of luck to you, and go Rockets. For Glycod Sports, this is Coach Dave Henley.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Blind Direct, not just blind. Blind Direct, not just blind.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Assumption High School, as we continue to get you set for Louisville Basketball Game Night. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley alongside you as we've got to bring you tonight's Inside Look, brought to you by Blinds Direct, proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com or call 502-266-0079 for the best in home decor. Coach, let's first start for the Jaguars of Mercy. Inside Look on them coming into this one here tonight.
The first thing, they got to get some freebies. They shoot 73% from the free throw line. That's really good for a team in high school basketball. So they need to get to the free throw line, figure out a way to get there. They need the real ID. After a timeout, after a dead ball, after a basket, Coach C likes to switch defenses that can really throw a team off the rhythm offensively. Mercy's got to identify the defense they're in right away so they're not 2-3 passes trying to figure it out. Third thing, they can't have molasses in February. We've all heard slow as molasses in January. Well, it's February. Assumption's really fast. So they're going to have to get back. They're going to have to find a man. They're going to have to get loaded up on defense. That's going to be big for Mercy tonight.
All right, how about for the Rockets of Assumption? Inside look on them coming in.
Well, you know, they're really good. They're really good. But the main thing they got to do is channel their inner Pete Carroll, the old coach from Princeton.
Yeah.
Discipline on offense, make the extra pass. Coach C's kind of concerned about her team because they'll take a okay shot when one more pass would be a good shot. 2 passes might be a great shot. So she's working on that. Also, they got to put out an APB on Abby Reitzel. We heard her pregame comments from Coach C. She's really concerned that they have to find her because she can really let it fly and make threes. And finally, they got to have a slice of humble pie. We mentioned they were just ranked #1 in the state. So a lot of times high school kids don't handle that well. They see that and they think, well, we got this because we're #1. You can't go to sleep any day, any night. You got to come out to play. And that's what the Assumption Lady Rockets got to do to W tonight.
There you go. There's your inside look. By the way, this broadcast authorized by Assumption High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation of all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll sneak in another break here, come back on the other side. We'll bring you the starting lineups for this one as we get closer and closer to tip for your Louisville basketball game night this evening on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, turning your scrap metal into scrap money. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Blinds Direct and State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilley. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night.
Back here, Assumption High School, as we get closer and closer to tip-off here in this one between Mercy and Assumption. Should be a fun one here tonight, but before we get into the game, we've got to bring you your starting lineups, brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. First, let's start for the Mercy Academy Jaguars. Number 1, Lainey Hall. She's a 5'9 freshman, averaging 5.5 points per game. Number 3, Carly Shepard, a 5'5 junior. She averages nearly 6 contest, second on the team with 32 threes. Lainey O'Connell, a 5'8 senior, gets the start as well, nearly 6 points, 5 rebounds a ball game. Abby Reitzel, a 5'8 senior, averaging 14 points, leads the team with 49 threes. Number 20 and number 32, Maggie Young, a 5'8 senior. She puts up 15 a game as well, the Assumption transfer. And quickly, well, let's go ahead and send it to a break as we are going to get our national anthem here tonight. I'll come back on the other side. We'll get you the Assumption starters. Stay right there. Your Louisville basketball game night resumes after this here on GlideCod.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Back here, Assumption High School, as we have wrapped up our national anthem, now into the starting lineups as we get you set for Louisville basketball game night as folks continue to file in here to the gymnasium. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley alongside you. We got you those Mercy starters prior to the anthem. Let me remind you what those were. Laney Hall, Carly Shepard, Lanny O'Connell, Abby Reitzel, and Maggie Young. Reitzel and Young are the two we'll key on here tonight. And for Assumption, as they dim the lights for the Rockets introductions, it's going to be number 1, Ava Moore. She is a 5'10 senior, averaging 9 points, 4 rebounds a ball game. Jada Allen hasn't played since January 20th, but she's active here in this one tonight, wearing number 4, a 5'7 senior, averaging nearly 7 points per contest. Number 13, Ashlyn James, a 5'9 senior. She's the leading scorer at 14.2 points per game, also pulling down 4 rebounds a contest. A manual transfer, all 7th region a season ago, and as I mentioned earlier in the pregame, an Indiana University commit. Number 23, Layla Powell. She's a 5'10 senior, 8 points per contest, 6 rebounds as well. And Saray Palmer, a sophomore, 5'5", wearing number 24. She puts up 13 points and 3 rebounds a contest. Coach, make anything of those starting lineups?
Well, I can tell you this much as a coach. Right now, this part of the season is kind of a continuous trap game, because you're almost getting ready, you're getting ready for postseason. It's been a long grind.
Sure.
October 15th was a long time ago, and big picture, you're looking for that postseason, and that's what your eyes are set up on. And now you got a game here, you got a game Fridays. That's where upsets happen.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets happen mid to late February, so be interesting to see how focused Assumption is. Games like this, Assumption, Mercy, you never know who's going to win.
Well, you mentioned it with Coach Kovac in our pregame interview. Kind of a rivalry here. Not the biggest rivalry, but definitely rivals in Mercy and Assumption here tonight.
No doubt. Looking forward to this one.
Mercy coming out in their Tar Heel blue uniforms with the white numbering and lettering on those jerseys. Assumption will be donning their white home uniforms. Looks like, is that a gray trim and numbering and lettering on those jerseys? Looks like it, although I'm colorblind, so I'll leave that to you, Coach.
Well, I got Cadillacs, so I don't see too well either.
As we are just about set to go for the opening tip-off here, and this one should be a fun one, as it'll be Assumption winning the opening tip. Coach, you make anything of the size difference between these two teams? So we're going to see an early three.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing is the quickness. That's the thing that concerned Coach Cam before the game was quickness as opposed to size. But yeah, Assumption's a little bigger.
He had a good one in the JV contest prior to this one. Mercy winning at 36-33 as that ball caroms out of play, but stays with the Jaguars.
Right there is a great example of quickness. You know, you got Ashlyn James on you putting pressure on you. You got to be strong with it. She just flicked it out of bounds. That's what quickness cures a lot of ills. Quickness and shooting.
Yeah. As Carly Shepard's pass lands in no man's land and goes out of play. First turnover of the night.
Yes, pretty good D by Assumption. Mercy never really got into any kind of offense at all that possession.
Cross-court pass here. And Jade Allen loses possession. And bodies all on the floor is going to result in a jump ball, so it's going to go back to Mercy. Turnover for each team here in the early going. Nick Landrum, our on-site producer here tonight. Tulio DeSantis operating the camera. As Mercy looking for the first points of the game.
It's a nice job right there.
Up top with it here is O'Connell. She drives to the right. Loses it briefly, but able to gather it back. And now she's being hounded defensively, and that's going to result in a 5-second violation. Second Mercy turnover.
Yeah, so far you can tell Assumption's quickness really bothering Mercy. When I said a good play right there, it's for Ray Palmer. It was really hard. It's really tough to get in between a handoff and your man you're guarding, but boy, she got in there and made it really hard for him.
The way Mercy on the season, putting up 61 points per game while allowing 58. On the Assumption side of things, they're scoring 61 and only allowing 45, so a much better defensive effort night in and night out for them. As they look for the first points of the game, Allen's going to have a wide open three and knocks it home.
Those first two possessions by Assumption is just what Coach C talked about. The first one, they kind of forced it in the middle and they turned it over. That one, very patient, moved the ball around, threw a skip pass for a wide open three. She's got to like that.
Assumption going to prompt a three-quarter court press, and it's going to result in a good look at three for Mercy, and that is Maggie Young knocking it down.
And then Mercy comes right back with some nice offense of their own. Ball reversal, hit the middle, turn and look opposite, in the corner. Open three.
Love watching the game of Maggie Young. I've gotten the opportunity to see her on multiple occasions in the past. A fun little ball player. Is Allen again going to have another three, and she connects again. I stand corrected. That was actually Ava Moore on the three that time. Either way, a 6-3 lead now for Assumption. Here is Young going back to work. She slips in the lane and then loses it out of play.
Yeah, that's a nice job getting into the paint, getting in the seam of the defense. Probably would have been a little better to do a jump stop there, but she was in traffic. She's a nice player. She'll take care of it.
Is now coming across with it is Ashlyn James for Assumption. She'll get it into the corner. Another wide open three, and they hit again. This time it's Saray Palmer. So 3 threes all from the same location.
Assumption subscribing to that NBA three-point theory. It's the shortest shortest spot on the court to shoot a three. I don't think that's true in high school. I think they're all 19-9.
Looks like it, yeah.
Of course, I've been wrong before.
At least that's what your wife would say, right?
Bingo.
As Mercy looking to cut into this 6-point deficit, but they turn it over again. Now Ashlyn James will fire a three, and she'll connect. How about that? 4 threes in the early going of this one, and Assumption leads 12-3, nearly 3 minutes into this ball game, and we're going to get a timeout. We'll step aside for one as well. Stay right there. Your Louisville basketball game night continues after this on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank. Building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
What a start for the Assumption Rockets on your Louisville Basketball Game Night. Justin Kalen, Dave Henley back here alongside you. And, Coach, it's been 4 threes thus far for the Rockets from 4 different players. Could be a long night for Mercy if Assumption continues to shoot like this.
I don't know that they can keep shooting like that, but, boy, I've been impressed with their defense. Man, they get after it. And they switched defenses. Great job by Mercy. Got the ball in the middle.
Maggie Young gets the answer on this end of the floor. That's her second 3. So she's trying to keep the Jaguars up with the hot shooting of Assumption, as they're going to take another one here. This one missing wildly, and the rebound tracked down by Shepard. She'll give it up now to Abby Reitzel. Reitzel will drive in, and her pass deflected out of bounds. Good anticipation there by Ashlyn James. Inbounding here, Reitzel will fire the 3, a little too strong. But the offensive rebound, now Young's going to get another attempt, and that ball might have been blocked that time by Palmer. Did she? Okay.
I believe she got a hand on it, yeah.
So it'll stay here with Mercy. 12-6 our score, nearly halfway through this first quarter. Inbounding it here to Young. Young going to look to get inside, now dishes it out. 3-pointer here, that brought down some rain, but Lainey Hall able to knock it home.
Great job by Mercy coming out of the timeout. First possession, the Assumption was zone. They got it and got a 3, and then
now for the first time tonight, Assumption going to go down low. And if they can't get a 3 from beyond the arc, why not try a 3-point play here?
Good job. Can't live and die with a 3.
Yep.
Went inside and got a nice bucket there by Powell.
5'10" Powell will step to the line to try to convert on the 3-point play. However, she cannot. Battle for the rebound, knocked out of play by the Rockets. Back to Mercy it goes. Worth mentioning now that every Assumption starter has scored here in this first quarter. Pretty impressive start by Coach Kovach's team.
I think we'd all like to have that.
Yeah. Now Young trying to spin past Ashlyn James, playing some gnarly defense there. Now on the step through. Thought that thing was going to fall, but it comes off, and now here comes Assumption the other direction. Here's Palmer leaving it out. James left it short. And that's going to be last touched by Mercy. Lainey Hall heard that Assumption player coming behind her and just tried to knock it out of there. Unfortunately, didn't have a teammate there to pick it up.
You described that last shot as gnarly.
Yeah, did I? Yeah. I like the word gnarly. Yeah. As here we go, Palmer, another 3, and she'll get another one. That's now 6 for her, and Assumption with a 17-9 lead.
You know, one thing about all the Assumption's 3-pointers, they've all caught the ball with their shoulders, hips, and feet squared to the basket.
Ready to
Boy,
shoot,
that's a lot easier to shoot than catch and turning.
Speaking of easy to shoot, how about that shot by Carly Shepard, well beyond the arc, her 33rd 3 of the season.
Carly said take that, huh? She caught it, turned, squared up.
17-12 now, as that's Palmer backing up towards the timeline, setting up the offense. Saray going to get a screen here by Ava Moore. And now we're going to get a foul call, just the second here in this first quarter.
Well, as hot as Assumption's been, Mercy's right there.
Yeah.
And they just
playing well.
Staying with it.
Peyton Alexander, a 5'11 freshman coming off the bench for Mercy, gives them a little bit of height down low there. We heard from Coach Can, they don't have a ton of size. Pretty well a team built as guards, but 5'11, nice size there for the freshman. As James going to rise and fire, left it short. And Reitzel clears the board, and then she's promptly fouled in the backcourt.
Coach C probably not happy about that foul, 82 feet from the basket. But it happens sometimes. She was trying to provide a little resistance.
Layla Powell was the guilty party that time. As Maggie Young get to head over to the Mercy sideline. Senior will get a well-deserved rest. Jada Allen also heading to the Assumption sideline. Maggie Woles, a 5'2 sophomore, the one bringing it up the floor here. Woles on the season, nearly a point a game to go along with one rebound to contest, and she's going to turn it over as here comes Assumption the other way. Ashlyn James all the way to the bucket for the finish.
Good D.
See the speed on Ashlyn James on that time? Good grief. Yeah. Coach Terry Moore and up in Bloomington getting a good one. As Reitzel gonna miss the bunny there, and the rebound inside belongs to Layla Powell. She'll quickly give it up to James, and James gonna be called for the travel.
Well, one thing that makes Assumption's defense really good is Saray Bird and Palmer. She puts good ball pressure on.
Yeah.
And that makes her defense tough.
And with 1:40 left here in this first quarter, we are going to get a 30-second timeout. We'll sneak one in as well. Stay right there. Louisville basketball game night continues after this on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
1 minute, 40 seconds left here in this first quarter. An entertaining first quarter, high scoring as well, as Assumption leads at 19-12 up on our scoreboard. Ashlyn James, they've got 2,000 career points up on the scoreboard here to our right. Justin Galen, Dave Henley back here alongside you. Speaking of, Ashlyn James gets the block there. Now quick outlet up the floor, and that one going to be knocked in by Kylie Moore. That is the 6th score already for Assumption here in this first quarter, and they lead by 9.
That's a good block shot from behind.
Reitzel's 3. James tips out the rebound, lobs this one up, and just a miss that time. Was looking for Kylie Moore again. The younger sister of Ava Moore, who got the start tonight for Assumption. Now out up top, three-pointer fired this time, and that one's knocked home. Carly Shepard again, her second of this first quarter.
Leave them open, they're making them.
Yeah, they are. 21-15 now, we're down to 40 seconds left. Here's another three, this time Ava Moore coming up empty, but her little sister Kylie gets the rebound, and then Ava can't handle the pass that came in strong from Saray Palmer. Through that one, she was a Major League Baseball pitcher.
Yeah. The Moore girls.
And some heat on it.
Granddaughters of Wade Houston.
Well, there you go. That's why we bring you along, Coach, for the hard-hitting facts.
Fountain of useless knowledge, I am. There's that ball pressure.
Assumption forcing another turnover here with 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Nice.
James all the way to the bucket. Whoa. That was nifty.
Nice. A little dipsy-do.
7 first quarter points for her, and we're down to 10 seconds now. Maggie Young back on the floor. She's in possession. Down to 5. Up top now, Shepard. She'll leave it off. And are they going to get off a shot? They do not, and that will bring us to the end of our first quarter. Assumption 23, Mercy 15 up on our scoreboard. We'll sneak away for our quarter break here. Come back on the other side. We'll bring you that second quarter of action for your Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Assumption High School, as we get set for the second quarter of play. It was a 23-15 advantage for the Rockets after one over the Mercy Jaguars. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back here alongside you. Coach, we were talking about officials in that break. I thought they had a really good first quarter there, but it also reminded me I never got those to you. David Swift, Todd LaFollette, and Tanisha Hickerson, our officiating crew here tonight.
They're three dandies.
As Mercy trying to cut into this deficit, and that's not going to help as they turn the ball over again.
Well, they put good pressure. There's a note saying ball pressure makes your defense tough. Good help side makes it effective. And right now, Assumption's pressure is really bothering Mercy.
Ashlyn James receives the inbounds pass. Goes over to Jade Allen. Now Kylie Moore's mid-range jumper coming up empty, trying to save it inbounds, and they're going to throw it away.
Nice little set. Coach C ran that time against the zone. Ball in the corner, screen the middleman, come along the baseline. Just didn't finish the play, but nice little set there by the Assumption Lady Rockets.
Well, by the way, number 12, Caitlin McCauley, a 5'5 junior, wearing number 12 in blue. Newly into the game, coming in to start this second quarter as Reitzel's three comes up empty, but nice. Young there on the board.
Nice execution there, just didn't make the shot.
Now here is McCauley out back for Young. She'll spin in the lane and can't get it to fall. Rebounded inside by Layla Powell, who quickly outlets it up, and Ashlyn James with another finish. That's now 9 for her.
When your point guard goes into the paint, somebody's got to rotate back. It didn't happen that time for Mercy. Got to have somebody back, especially against these track athletes that Assumption has. Their starting five runs track.
Here's Young looking for an answer. Now kicks it out. McCauley's three strong. Jade Allen going to turn up the heat here. Into the corner. Moore. Left it short, but the offensive rebound and stick back by Layla Powell this time.
They're just relentless. Both ends.
Young looking for an answer. Left it short. Had she followed her own shot, she probably gets an offensive rebound. But James now going to take the elbow jumper and gets it to fall. And that's going to get another timeout into the books. A 30-second timeout as we've got 6 minutes left here in this second quarter. Assumption leads by 14. We'll sneak in a break as well. Stay right there. Louisville Basketball Game Night continues after this on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Join Glycod in our quest to expand the visibility of today's student athletes by supporting our free-to-watch platform. And please subscribe and tell a friend as Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics. Appreciate you being along for the ride this evening. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley alongside you, and it has been a good start for Assumption as they lead by 14. And, Coach, I think the same word we would use simultaneously would be pressure. The pressure of Assumption has really been the difference so far.
No doubt. Mercy's having a hard time getting any open looks. Right there, one pass and knock it away.
There is Jada Allen in possession for the Rockets. Using a lot of energy going around that perimeter, but finally able to get it off for Palmer, who drops it down low for Kylie Moore, but couldn't corral the pass.
Threaded the needle there. Got to catch it, though.
Now McCauley trying to go cross court. Little errant in that pass as Ava Moore comes away with it. She'll float it up, missing, but trying for own offensive rebound. Fortunately for her, it's last touched by Mercy, so it stays right here. Now Moore will head over and trigger the inbounds. Palmer out for Allen. And that ball caroms out of play.
Nice job by Saray Palmer. Drive right in the middle of the paint, draw the defense, kick to the three-point shooter. Shot just didn't fall, but it's a nice offensive move.
Reitzel receiving the inbounds pass here for Mercy. Looks to get by her man, drops it off. Good extra pass, but they can't complete it. That was Lanny O'Connell. Maybe the best look she'll get all night.
They're not going to have many open looks tonight. You got to capitalize. A nice ball screen and roll. Cleared out the help side.
29-15 remains our score. 6-0 in favor of Assumption here in this second quarter. As Palmer over for Allen, she'll drop it down low. That back out along the perimeter for Ava Moore. By the way, new player in the game for Assumption. That's Kyla Kovac, a 5'11 junior, daughter of Coach Karen. Here she is with it. Kovac kicks it out. The three-pointer empty as Maggie Young comes away with another rebound. Maggie Young pulling down over 3 rebounds a ball game as she'll drive in here, floats up a wild one, but the offensive rebound and stick back, and how about that, Coach? Lanny O'Connell couldn't hit the last one, but she finds a way to knock that one through.
Coach Can talked about it in his pregame remarks, offensive rebounding.
Yep.
And right there is a good example. You know, they don't shoot a great percentage from 3, and overall they shoot 38% from the field. So the big part of their game is getting those second shots.
See if O'Connell can go to the line and knock down the free throw to complete this three-point play as Ashlyn James makes her way back out there for Assumption, and O'Connell does indeed complete the three-point play.
Mercy's just got to keep chopping wood, you know. They're hanging in. Seems like Assumption just keeps pulling away a little bit, but got to be mentally tough and understand it's a long ball game.
Palmer with an impressive cross-court pass for Allen, and she loses it out of play. Good hands down low there by Mercy, but Assumption going to keep possession. Harper Thalberger in there for Mercy, newly into the ball game. She is a 5'10 sophomore. As Palmer driving in, and she takes a hard fall. Somewhat surprised she's able to hop right back up. That was a awkward fall that time.
She's a point guard. You can't hurt a point guard.
That's a good point. Now she'll step to the line for a pair.
Been very impressed with her at both ends of the floor. Really gets after it on D, handles the ball, gets to the paint, drive and kick. That time she went to finish and drew the foul.
Yeah. And easily knocks down the first free throw. Dribbles this one, fires up the second one, and that one comes off. Palmer on the year, 61% from the free throw line. She's got 7 points so far tonight, and Assumption leads by 12. Mercy looking for the answer there, but they get the offensive rebound. Now Maggie Young with a great attempt, and that one's blocked away.
Just all effort by Maggie. A great play, great defensive play.
James on the three, and that goes over the top of the backboard as she smiles towards Jade Allen, who fed her with a gorgeous pass that time.
Well, That's a great effort on defense right there. I mean, she didn't give up on the play. Got a deflection. Great play. Great hustle play.
Just over 3 minutes left now in this first half. As Young gives it off for Reitzel. She's looking to drop this one down low and does. Now trying to work on her man as Peyton Alexander kicks it out to Thauberger. She'll drive inside and draw the foul, so a couple free throws upcoming for the sophomore.
Nice patience by Mercy. Get what they want. Got the ball in the paint. Little 5-footer. Drew the foul.
Both teams with substitutions about to come into the game following this first free throw. And that one comes off a little strong. Looks like it's Stella Pfeiffer, a 5'4" freshman, checking in for Mercy. And I believe that was Layla Powell, the senior, coming back on for Assumption. Thauberger's second free throw also comes up empty. Back the other way we go.
As hard as points are to come by from Mercy, they need to make those free ones.
Yep. That was one of our inside looks, right? Got to hit your freebies. As Reitzel comes across with it, kicks it into the corner. Thauberger will try the three, leaves it short. And now all the way to the bucket. Surprised that one didn't fall through by Layla Powell. Mercy now in possession. Decent crowd on tap here tonight for this one at Assumption High School. Thauberger out, the three-pointer. Another long one by Shepard. As Ashlyn James comes away with the board. Just over 2 minutes left. Nice behind the back and gets the finish. That was impressive.
Toledo.
That was impressive.
Little French pastry on that one. Wow, what a move. What a move.
Now 13 first half points for Ashlyn James, who's averaging 14 a game this season, so probably going to get that here in this first half. As here she is with it in the corner, cross court for Palmer. Palmer free throw line jumper a little too strong. And Reitzel coming down with the rebound. Now Reitzel will try the elbow jumper. Rebounded by Kovac. Palmer going to slow it down and walk it across, and we are going to get a timeout taken here by Assumption. It'll be a full timeout with 1:26 remaining here in this first half of play. We'll take one with them. Stay right there. Louisville basketball game night continues after this here on Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Assumption High School, as the Rockets holding a 14-point advantage with 1:26 remaining here in this first half. Justin Kalen, Dave Henley back alongside you. And Coach, been a fun game so far. We've seen a lot of really good play on both sides of things, but Assumption has just been a smidge better thus far.
2 things that really stand out to me is Ashlyn James. Wow.
Yeah, she's been really good.
And the second thing is Coach C, before the game, talked about they got to find Reitzel. I don't think she's scored yet.
She has not, no.
That was one of the things she talked about, and they're really doing it. They're doing a great job on her. I think Ashlyn James might have been guarding her.
Abby Reitzel leads Mercy with 49 threes on the year. I don't even think she's attempted a three, maybe one.
She missed one. She was open, but
got to get her cooking. As here is Ava Moore in possession, floats it over the top, and how about that pass? I don't know how it found its intended target in Layla Powell, but she's fouled and will head to the stripe for a pair.
Yeah, Coach Can wasn't happy with his defense there. Throwing a lob over the top like that and not getting help side there to take that away. You know, we said a minute ago, good ball pressure makes your defense tough. Help side makes it effective. And, you know, as a coach, you got to get those passes right there. You can't let that ball go inside with that many defenders around.
Powell's able to knock down her first free throw as she takes a deep breath prior to the second. And she'll get that one to fall through as well. So that'll make it 33-18. Layla Powell on the year, 66% from the stripe. You wouldn't know it by looking at those two. Two good-looking strokes there.
Yeah.
Just over a minute left. Mercy trying to close that gap prior to us getting to half. And if they don't start making better decisions, that may not happen.
Yeah, and one thing Assumption does, they speed you up. You know, you can't just walk the ball up the floor and dribble to the side and make an easy pass. And I mean, they're making them work for everything.
Now cross court. That three comes up empty. Battling for the rebound, though, is Palmer going to clear it. Quickly up for James. She'll drop it down low. Powell spinning past her man and draws the foul. So a couple free throws more upcoming now for Powell, who just knocked down a couple.
Got to get back against this team. Can't have molasses in January or February either.
I don't want molasses ever.
You ever try it with peanut butter?
No, that's the secret?
Yummalicioso.
All right, I'll give it a whirl.
K-Row syrup.
As Powell able to get the second one after missing the first. As she's now got 7 points in the ball game, 35-18. Coming across with it here is Maggie Woles. She'll leave it off. Nice floater there and somehow comes off, but the offensive rebound and stick back. And heading to the free throw line here. I have to try to track down who that is here during this halftime break. I believe that may be Madison Bergstrom. We don't have, or no, it's Dallas Zulu. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't see a 31 on my roster there. Dallas Zulu this season, just over a point per contest, a rebound a game as well. So she's going to bolster those numbers here, especially if she can knock down this free throw, and she does.
Got a nice looking stroke.
35-21 football score here as we approach halftime. Allen up top for James. Assumption likes to go quick, but I imagine they hold for the final shot here.
Yeah, I would think so, because.
Oh, and as we say that, they prove us wrong. That was Ava Moore on the finish, her 5th point of this first half, and now down to 5 seconds. Mercy's got to get going. Woles, I don't know if she realizes it as she's going to try to get it inside. And again, they're not going to get a shot off. And that's going to bring us to our halftime break. Assumption 37, Mercy 21 up on our scoreboard. Fun first half of basketball. We'll break it all down for you here in your halftime show. Stay right there. Your Louisville basketball game night continues after this on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up,
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue! Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you want the right agents for your real estate needs, choose the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura Protenick Van Treese combine local knowledge, dedication, and results to help you buy or sell with confidence. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463. Because no other real estate team quite measures up when you experience the True Blood advantage.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Back here, Assumption High School, as we are smack dab in the middle of our halftime this evening, as they're honoring some former state champions here at Assumption from earlier back in the fall. We got the cross-country team, now the girls flag football team out there as well being honored, and it was a good first half for the basketball team. The ladies basketball team leading 37-21 here at half. Justin Kalen, Dave Henley back alongside you. Coach, all in all, pretty fun first half of basketball. Assumption knocked down some shots. They forced some turnovers. Therefore, they lead by 16 here at the break.
They got off to a really hot start. It would have been easy for the Mercy ladies to kind of hang their head, but they didn't. They keep chopping away. They just keep fighting. They won't quit. It's, they're down 16. The game's not over, but I can promise you their kids are going to come out here and they're going to fight.
Yeah.
Assumption's defense is really, really good. It's, you can go into games and feel like 16 points is not a lot. And with a three-point shot, it's not. But, man, the way Assumption plays D, it's going to be hard to come back against them.
Yeah, it certainly will be, so I'm anxious to see how they come out and take care of business in the second half, see if they can claw their way back into this game. Anything from that first half stick out to you, Coach?
The fact that the defensive job that Assumption did on Reitzel, that was, they got two scorers averaging 15 and 14 a game. Reitzel's one of them, and Coach C said before the game they want to focus on her, and she has not scored, so that kind of stands out as well for me.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, we'll look at the individual scoring coming up here on the other side of this break, but first let me remind you that tonight's scoreboard is presented by the Van Treese with True Blood Real Estate. No other real estate team measures up. Appreciate them taking us along for the ride as well, and we'll be back on the other side with your halftime statistics. Stay right there for those. Your Louisville basketball game night continues after this on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here at Assumption for your Louisville Basketball Game Night as we are just about set for the second half of play. 37-21, Assumption leading over Mercy. Justin Kalen, Dave Henley back alongside you, and we've got to bring you your first half statistics. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by German American Bank, building communities since 1910. Let's first start with the individual scoring for both of these teams. First for Mercy, they had 5 girls find the scoring column. 6 points for Maggie Young, 6 as well for Carly Shepard, both of them knocking down a pair of threes in that first quarter. 3 points for Laney Hall, 3 as well for Lanny O'Connell, and 3 for Dallas Zulu coming near the end of that first half. And for Assumption, they had 6 find the scoring column, 13 for Ashlyn James, 7 for Layla Powell and Saray Palmer, 5 of them for Ava Moore, 3 points for Jada Allen, and 2 points for Kylie Moore. In terms of team statistics, a 13-11 advantage for Assumption on the rebounds, and then 7 turnovers by Mercy in that first half, 3 for Assumption. So there's a look at your first half statistics. Coach, any big expectations coming into this second half of play?
Mercy's going to have to find someone to score. You know, they got the Maggie Young and Abby Reitzel both averaging, right around 15 points per game, and Reitzel hasn't scored yet, but they're going to have to find somewhere to get points. They're averaging 60, almost 61 a game, and they're on pace right now for 42. So Coach Can's got to find someone that's going to get the ball in the basket.
Well, not only has Abby Reitzel not scored, I don't remember her getting all that many looks in that first half. She might have taken, 2 shots?
Yeah, they put the glove on her.
We'll see if they can get her involved here in this second half and claw their way back into it as both teams are wrapping up their final halftime preparations and now set to come back out onto the floor, and we're set for the second half of play. See how this one shakes out here tonight, as it should be Mercy basketball first, and it will be as Maggie Young trots over towards us to fire this thing in play. Nick Landrum, our on-site producer tonight. Julio DeSantis operating the camera this evening.
2 of the best in the business.
Absolutely.
If not the best.
As Reitzel going to start out with the basketball. As Nick starts to blush, Maggie Young going to get fouled here on the first play of the half.
A little too aggressive there. Saray got a little aggressive with the hands. No harm intended. Happens sometimes.
First foul here of the third quarter as Reitzel going to drop this one down low. And good step back that time. Laney Hall knocks it home.
Nice play out of bounds under by Mercy. Little flex cut. Got her the ball. She turned around and put it in the hoop. Nice execution.
Palmer in possession now. As she'll look to get it inside, and a quick turnover as Reitzel brings it up the floor. Threads the needle to Maggie Young, who somehow comes up with a pass. Now the corner three misses everything. Offensive rebound, back out for Young. Hit two of them in that first quarter, as I mentioned, but couldn't knock that one down.
They're battling on the boards. That's what Coach Ken talked about.
No question. Jade Allen backing this up towards the timeline.
Mercy's been in this zone most of the night. It's kind of a matchup. They have some man-to-man principles, but they're guarding an area.
Ashlyn James inside for Moore. Moore will dribble and try to get it up off the glass. Couldn't hit it. Offensive rebound, no good as well. And Moore will get another crack at it. This time she doesn't miss.
Stayed with it.
That's now 7 for Ava Moore, the senior. Reitzel, she misses. Still looking for those first points as Palmer coming up, and she'll draw the contact. Palmer will head to the stripe.
She's a go-getter now. Love watching her play. Defensively, offensively. She always got her head up with the ball. A lot to be said for that. A lot of guards can't dribble with their head up the way she does.
Ray Palmer, just a sophomore. You would assume has a pretty good career ahead of her these next couple of seasons.
No doubt.
She'll have one more free throw upcoming now. Trying to push that lead back up to 18. And she misses, but the offensive rebound. Now Palmer off for Jones. Ava Moore, excuse me. And now she'll miss. Palmer with 8 points tonight, 2 of 4 from the free throw line as Assumption leads by 17. Cross court for Young. Palmer all over her. And now a steal from the backside. Good job there. Good anticipation, but can't get the finish. And an easy miss on that end of the floor by Layla Powell. Great anticipation on the steal, but you got to finish that layup.
Yeah, you don't get many of those. Got to take advantage of it. Nice little step back.
Yeah, that one knocked home by Laney Hall. That's her second bucket already in this third quarter. The deficit back down to 15 now for Mercy. Palmer into the corner. James got it.
That was set up by Sir Ray Palmer. Driving in the gap of the defense, drawing 3 people that time, and kicked to the corner for the open 3.
Ashlyn James now 2 points above her season average with 16 here tonight. And now another ball coughed up by Mercy as James behind the back to Jada Allen. What a play!
Are you serious?
She is making our jaws hit the floor on a couple of different occasions so far tonight.
You know, one thing about it, you just stop and you look and you kind of step back. She's a Big Ten athlete.
Yeah.
That's what big-time athletes do. And, you know, she doesn't get in a hurry.
She doesn't.
She doesn't force anything. She's very, very under control.
Oh, and it's hard to do that as a player that has the speed that she does, but she does a great job of keeping control of it, for sure.
No doubt. That's, I don't want to be too mean, but for a lot of observers at games, that's what a Big Ten player does.
Yeah.
You know, I coached for 36 years, and a lot of parents thought their kid was, you know, that level. But that's what you do at that level. And we saw the inside-out move in the first half. We saw the hesitation in the first half. Behind the back here, that pass right there.
That pass, yeah.
I mean, it's.
We're going to get a jump ball, but it will stay with Assumption. Yeah, I'm glad you pointed out that pass as well, Coach. I mean, that's as impressive as any we've seen all night, and it looks simple to just the common folk, but that's really impressive by Ashlyn James.
And I'm not a fan of one-handed passes, but off a dribble in that situation, you can.
Here she is in possession. Now goes over to Jade Allen, who drops it down low. And another finish for Layla Powell. She's now got 9 points.
They're showing the whole package tonight.
They are.
Inside, outside, fast break, good D. Right there is a great cut by Reitzel. And Ashlyn James said, I don't think so.
Now on the step through, coming up empty is Laney Hall. And fortunately, Ashlyn James wasn't paying attention, but Saray Palmer, right spot, right time, comes away with it. Now Moore over the top. Could have been a foul called there, but they're letting them play.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, 2 fouls in 4 minutes. I'll take it.
We didn't have that many in the first half either, as Reitzel dribbling around the perimeter. Both teams with a substitute sitting at the scorer's table. Hall again looking to get inside.
Yeah, Mercy doing a little bit of dribble drive motion, and you just try to get the ball in the paint, drive the defense, but Assumption's doing a great job. They're helping, but they're recovering. But most importantly, they're doing a great job guarding the ball like that right there.
Yeah.
When you don't have to help, that makes your defense so good. And Assumption really doesn't have to help.
On every player on their team feels like they're up to the challenge of playing D. So many times you get players only want to concentrate on the offensive side and kind of leave the defense by the wayside. Not here at Assumption.
Yeah, they get after it.
Unfortunately, though, they turn the ball over here, so it'll go back with Mercy, who trails by 22. And prior to the ball being inbounded, we're going to get a timeout called here. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take one with them. Your Louisville basketball game night continues after this here on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Join Glycod in our quest to expand the visibility of today's student athletes by supporting our free-to-watch platform. And please subscribe and tell a friend, as Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics. Been a fun night so far, more so if you're an Assumption fan, as they lead 25 up on the scoreboard. Justin Kalen, Dave Henley back here alongside you, as it will be Mercy basketball coming out of the timeout. We'll see if they can trim this lead a little bit. Assumption going to continue to deploy the three-quarter court press as now they back off. Reitzel looking for her first points of the game, blocked away.
Callie Moore said, not on my watch.
Ashlyn James in possession now, over to the right. Palmer's three, hits the side of the backboard, but how about that for Hustle?
There she is. Janie on the spot.
So many times if players just follow their shot, they can get an easy rebound like that. It's nice to see Saray Palmer take advantage. As that Assumption lead now up to 24 as they continue to grow it, and another block by Kylie Moore. Now Ava Moore streaking down the middle, off for Palmer. Ball being batted around, they're going to say last touch by Mercy. I think if she would have just let that go, it would have hit off of Ava Moore, who was on the ground.
I believe you're right.
I don't know that she needed to try to play hero there.
You see that ball, though, you want it.
Yeah. I can respect that. Inbounds for James, down low now with Ava Moore, and she gets it up and in. That's now 9 for the senior.
That was a little bit too easy.
Lead all of a sudden has ballooned up to 26. And now another takeaway. That's something Assumption's been really good at doing so far tonight. Into the corner, Palmer, got it! Palmer now with 13 points, and that's going to force another timeout here, this time taken by Mercy. It'll be a full timeout with 1:37 remaining here in this quarter. We'll step aside for one as well. Stay right there. Louisville basketball game night continues after this on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here at Assumption High School for your Louisville Basketball Game Night. Justin Kayla, Coach Dave Henley back alongside you, and it has been all Assumption here in this second half thus far, outscoring Mercy 17-4 in this third quarter. And, Coach, they built that lead up to 29.
And, they've done it with their defense, because if you ask 100 coaches what's the most important thing in defense, and they will all tell you guarding the ball.
Yeah.
And because if you can't, you have to help. That leaves people open. Assumption guards the ball, and they don't need help.
Yeah.
And that is so, so huge for them. And Mercy just not getting any open looks.
It's been fun to watch the Assumption team play defense. That's not usually one of the things you're looking for or looking at during a basketball game, but I've enjoyed the defense tonight.
Yeah, they get after it. It all starts with ball pressure out front, and they switch a lot. And, if you're going to switch, you got to communicate, and they do a good job with that too.
You see that stout defense continue as Reitzel, looking for her first points of the game, going to draw a foul. So she'll head to the stripe for a couple.
It's a nice move.
Yeah. Reitzel will step to the stripe here. And that first one will fall through.
That's got to be good for her. Although when you're down almost 30, it's kind of deflating, I guess is the word.
She does get them both to fall.
85% free throw shooter on the year. Maybe that's something she'll look at doing the rest as we go along the rest of the way.
Ava Moore gets this one up and in. By the way, Reitzel verbally committed to Indiana Tech, NAIA school. 56-27, that lead still 29 here for Assumption. As Maggie Young with 2 early threes in this game, but they've done a great job on her as well. As that's Hawker bringing the ball down the floor, gets it to fall and gets fouled. She has played very limited minutes here tonight, but that was a big drive there and takes the contact and finishes.
Veronica said, let me do my thing.
Yeah. Everybody else is scoring. Why not me? She'll step to the stripe to try to make this a 32-point lead. Bud leaves it short. Now Mercy with under 30 to play here in this third quarter.
There's that defense.
Dropping this one down low, and we're going to get a foul called against Hawker, as that was Peyton Alexander, the freshman, backing her down, and she'll head to the stripe for a couple.
Yeah, that's kind of frustrating for someone out here putting pressure on the ball like Burden Palmer does, and her teammates playing behind in the post, and it's like, I'm out here working. I need you to help me by not letting that pass go directly in the post. And coach is over there talking to her about it. He's like, you can't let it come in there. She'll learn.
Yep. Plenty of time. Just a sophomore is Hawker. As the second free throw left well short after Peyton Alexander was able to knock down the first. So it remains a 30-point lead now for Assumption, down to 11 seconds left. As Ashlyn James comes up with it. Cross court, great pass for Palmer, and she knocks down another one.
She does it all, man. Wow.
And Mercy will not get a shot off, and that'll bring us to the end of our third quarter of play. 61-28 as Assumption has jumped in front in this one in complete control of this game. We'll see how the fourth quarter shakes out after this. Louisville basketball game night continuing on the other side here on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Fourth and final quarter set to get underway for your Louisville basketball game night between the Mercy Jaguars and the Assumption Rockets, but it's been all Rockets so far. 61-28 the scoreline as it stands now, as they outscored Mercy in that third quarter 24-6. Coach, or 24-7, excuse me. That's how you build on a lead.
Yeah, and they've done it all with their defense. I mean, their offense is very impressive. They got some very skilled players with lots of athletic ability, but, man, they use that athleticism on the defensive end like I've not seen many teams do it this way.
Well, Mercy.
Looks like they're out in the zone, and you see a zone, okay, a little relaxed, but, man, they keep the pressure up. I mean, there's that ball pressure right there. There she comes.
Mercy came in averaging 61 points per game. So they've been clicking on all cylinders for a good majority of the season, but you look up at the scoreboard, they've got 28.
Yeah.
That shows you the Assumption defense and how good it's been tonight.
No doubt.
As down low, we'll try for another easy bucket as this one's bounced around and knocked out of play. Last touched by Layla Powell.
Nice offense there. Get the ball on the wing to the high post, look down. Just got to finish the shot.
Inbound here to Thalberger. She'll look to drive in on Ashlyn James. Not a great idea as it's blocked away, and back comes Ava Moore. Up top now Palmer. Back to Moore, now inside. Layla Powell gets it up and in.
I think it's running clock.
Absolutely it is. That is a 35-point lead now for Assumption, so that clock will not stop with the exception of timeouts and free throws.
And look at how hard their defense is still working.
Yeah.
I mean, talked about that a little bit in the first half.
I mean, you wouldn't know they were up 35 if you're just tuned in watching this game and we didn't have the score bug as Palmer gets another one up and in.
Again, that's really hard to guard a handoff, and she does it. Assumption guards it.
And another takeaway by Palmer. And she'll keep that head down, go all the way to the bucket, and draws the contact. A hard foul as yet again hits the floor hard. That's a few different times now tonight. That's been the case for her.
She's all right. Ain't going to hurt her.
Nope. You're right. It hurt me. I'm here to tell you that.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Kind of sound like you were calling me soft there, Coach.
Yeah. I never.
As Palmer's first goes through.
You know, I was making notes this week, and instead of writing out Assumption, you want to abbreviate.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing to do.
Yeah. Just looking here. I had to be careful.
As Palmer's second free throw comes off. And another foul as Layla Powell.
They're just relentless.
They are.
They're just relentless. They're up running clock, and they're going after rebounds on offensive rebounds on free throws. They're attacking on defense. They're just relentless.
Well, that clock does stop with 6 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in this ball game. And Powell's first free throw coming up empty. So Ray Palmer will head over to the Assumption sideline.
Job well done, young lady.
Surely we're done seeing her, right? As Ava Moore on the offensive rebound. And something just happened, Coach, as they're going bananas over on that Assumption sideline.
I'm going to guess a milestone rebound or
Some
something.
sort of 500 rebounds, as here comes Coach Kovac onto the floor. And she's going to hand her a ball, so we'll see if they end up putting this up on the big screen or not. But you had a feeling the whole team knew that was coming. They celebrated
500.
wildly. 500, wow. Congratulations, Ava Moore. She's happy as well. That's a big
good
number.
Yeah, I can't say I ever got 500 rebounds.
That was cool. Love seeing milestones like that, and especially when your teammates are aware of it, exactly what's going on.
Coach C talked about that in her pregame remarks about how this team was really together. They love each other, and you do things like that. You're happy for everyone's success. 500 rebounds mean you've just been doing it for a long time.
It's impressive.
Yeah, it really is.
So back to the action here as we've still got a 38-point ball game. 5:55 remaining. Clock stops. It should not have. There it goes. Continues now. Inbounds. That shot again, blocked away. They've had several blocks tonight, also has this Assumption team. As James down low with a rocket pass into Kylie Moore, who gets it up and in.
Dare I say, that looked like Irvin Magic Johnson.
You've thrown out some crazy comparisons for Ashlyn James tonight.
I mean, that's the way Magic used to do it.
As Maddie Young gets her first bucket since the first quarter. Well, this one well out of reach, 68-30. Just over 5 minutes remaining.
That was deceptive Johnson. There was no magic in that one.
Shepard gives this one off for Young, who drives it inside. And she's going to pick up the contact. Hawker, the guilty party that time. Number of Assumption fans have already headed towards the exits with this game out of reach. Rockets going to move up to 16-5 on the season. Mercy will fall to 13-12 as Maddie Young's first free throw misses. Thanks to Nick Landrum, our on-site producer, letting me know that Assumption has made 9 straight field goals. That's how you close out a game. Young's second one up and in.
I mean, everything they've done tonight has been impressive.
It has, yeah.
I mean, you could find, and Coach will find this or that or the other thing she'll point out, but boy, it's hard to.
Well, easy to see why they were given the love in the polls, like you mentioned in our pregame, as Ashlyn James gets another one up and in.
You know, one thing that, I mean, they're getting pretty much any shot they want, but they do move the ball. They move it side to side, get the defense moving.
Maggie Young, a three. First
Nice
one since the first quarter.
Nice shot. Nice move by Maggie.
It's now 12 for her, but unfortunately that lead, or that deficit rather, still at 36. Halfway through this fourth quarter. Goes quickly when you've got a running clock situation as James drops it down low. And Kovac can't get it to fall, but the offensive rebound and stick back by Kylie Moore.
Kylie Moore right there.
It's now 6 points for her in the ball game.
You know, that's one big thing about rebounding. You talk about size, athletic ability, anticipation. Half the time if you just go stand under the basket, you're going to get 33% of them.
Yeah.
And Kylie Moore did a good job there. You know what you do best. She went to the basket, got a rebound, got a stick back.
Jada Allen, Ashlyn James, in all likelihood, done for the night as they head over to the sideline. They're replaced by Alyssa Gonzalez, a 5'6" sophomore, and Palin Quinn, a 5'8" freshman. So getting some youth out on the floor, and that's got to be advantageous towards the future.
Yeah, I mean, you see right there, they're still in their dribble drive motion. Mercy is they penetrate and pick up the ball to pass, and Palin Quinn's right there denying her opponent, if you will, the pass, and it goes out of bounds. So that's the thing about having competitive players. It doesn't matter if you're the first person off the bench, you're going to a Big Ten school, or you're the 10. They compete.
Yep.
Nothing takes the place of a competitor. If you got all the tools but you're not a competitor, you know, you're just out there. Mm-hmm. But if you compete, that's where it's at.
Maggie Young's night done as well, it would seem, as she heads over to the Mercy bench. Looked like Maddie Lyons, a 6-foot senior, coming in for Assumption, number 11 in white, as we're going to get a foul down low and a couple free throws upcoming with a minute 50. Waiting for them to stop that clock. Minute 51 left. Neat scoreboard here. You've got the red numbers on that scoreboard when the clock stopped, and it's green when the numbers are going. I've never seen that.
And the score, the team that's ahead is in green. And if it's
That's
tied,
a good point, yeah.
If it's tied, the numbers are all 4 yellow.
Really? I didn't pay attention to that. Learn something every day. As both free throws up and in.
I will not be able to prove that to you tonight, though.
Unfortunately not. Under 2 to play here in this one. We were expecting a closer game than this, but what are you going to do when Assumption comes in and plays the way they have so far tonight? Getting contributions across the board from basically everybody that's checked in.
Yeah, and if you look at their stats and their scoring, I mean, they're pretty balanced. I mean, it's not like they got one person doing all the scoring. 14, 13, 8, 6.
Yep. As Hawker comes across with it, down to a minute left to play. Kovac cross court. Now Hawker. Back inside. Now outside for the 3. That comes up empty by Palin Quinn, but another offensive rebound, which gives Hawker a look, and she can't convert. Now McCauley. Down to 35 left. She'll pass it inside for Zulu. Back out with Lainey Hall. She'll drive in. Gets it knocked away, and Assumption picks it up with 20 seconds remaining. That'll pretty well do it for this game, although with the younger players out there, maybe they want to get theirs here before time expires. It looks like they're going to just be content. Yep. So Assumption's going to win at 72-36 as they double up the Mercy Jaguars. An impressive performance here tonight by Assumption. As I mentioned, they move up to 16-5 on the year. Mercy falls to 13-12. Fun ball game here tonight. We'll break it all down for you here on the other side in our post-game show. Stay with us for that. Your Louisville basketball game night coverage continues on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. Words of service. UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blind Select, not just blinds. Blind Select, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
Back here, Assumption High School, as we have wrapped up your Louisville basketball game night, at least the game portion of our coverage, as it was a 72-36 win for Assumption over Mercy. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back here alongside you. Coach, it was pretty well Assumption from the very beginning of this game. You saw Mercy hang in there through that first quarter. We thought maybe they can keep this one tight, but ultimately Assumption just too strong for this Mercy team here tonight.
Yeah, I was just looking at their scores throughout the year, and they gave up 37 points to North Laurel, 35 to Douglas, who's really good.
Yeah.
18 to Collegiate, 27 to Notre Dame Academy, who's good. And it just, 32, 24. Their defense is fabulous. I mean, and that's what's going to win a championship, if they can get that kind of effort defense. I mean, especially, I mentioned it before, on the ball defense. It just makes your defense so good when you can guard the ball. It's fun to watch them. Man, I got to tell you, Aislinn James. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, she reminds me a lot of Michaela Epps.
Yeah, I can see that.
Marion County played at Kentucky, and Marion County had an unbelievable team, won a state championship. And, but she's quicker than Michaela Epps. But Assumption just really impressive. And, they got off to that quick start. They hit 4 threes in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of them hit the rim either.
No, I don't think so myself, no.
And they just kept it on the whole night. It wasn't like they had periods where they, kind of zoned out and lost focus. They did not. It was very, very impressive.
Well, I want to tie all that together because you brought up Notre Dame Academy, and I actually meant to get this in during the game portion of our broadcast, but you also talk about Aislinn James. Do you realize her season high for points was against Notre Dame Academy, and that game was up in Bloomington where she will be headed next fall? Pretty impressive.
I saw they played a game up at Assembly Hall. Kind of a nice gym.
Yeah. Great gym. Love me some Assembly Hall. But great game for Assumption here tonight as they win it by a final score of 72-36. We'll come back on the other side. We'll get you the scoring summary as well as some more analysis from this ball game. Stay right there. Your Louisville basketball game night coverage continues after this on Glycod.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability, Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Assumption High School, as we have wrapped up our contest here this evening for your Louisville Basketball Game Night, a 72-36 win for Assumption over Mercy. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back here alongside you, and we've got to bring you the final statistics, a look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Let's take a look at the individual scoring numbers. First for Mercy, they did end up having 8 girls find the scoring column, none bigger than Maggie Young, who ends the game with 12 points. 7 points for Lainey Hall, 6 of them for Carly Shepard on a pair of first quarter threes. 3 points for Lanny O'Connell, 2 points for Caitlin McCauley, 2 as well for Abby Reitzel, held well below her season average. Dallas Zulu ends up with 3 and 1 point for Peyton Alexander. For Assumption, they had 7 find the scoring column, but Coach, 4 of those in double figures. Saray Palmer with 19 points, 18 for Ashlyn James. Ava Moore as well as Layla Powell both ended with 11. 6 points for Kylie Moore, 5 for Jada Allen, and 2 for Veronica Hawker. So pretty impressive stuff there from the individual scoring perspective.
They got a lot of weapons.
Yep.
That might be the understatement of the night.
Yep.
Because they can beat you in so many ways. They can score in so many ways. They move the ball. They pass the ball. They're unselfish. They got a lot of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and looking at their schedule, the teams that they lost to Sacred Heart by 2, and then they lost to an Example Academy out of Illinois, Somerset Academy out of Florida, Clarksville, Tennessee Christian School, DME Academy out of Daytona. it's going to take something special to beat these guys, these gals.
Speaking of DME out of Daytona, that is who Ashlyn James played up at Assembly Hall, not Notre Dame Academy, so I wanted to correct that. But 15 turnovers tonight for Mercy. Assumption ends up with just 7, 31 rebounds to 17, so a huge advantage by Assumption in that regard. So pretty impressive stuff for them here tonight as they led 23-15 after one. It was a 37-21 advantage at half. 61-28 was our score after three before ultimately they win this thing 72-36. We'll sneak in one final break here, come back on the other side. We've still got to bring you your most outstanding players. We'll take a look ahead at the Glycod schedule as well. Both those things coming up here on the other side for your Louisville basketball game night on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Back here, Assumption High School, one final time this evening as we're just about to wrap up the coverage of your Louisville Basketball Game Night here on Glycod. Justin Kalen, Coach Dave Henley back with you, and we've got some house cleaning to do before we get out of here. First of all, we've got to name our most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Coach, let's first start for the Mercy Academy Jaguars. Pretty simple decision in that regard.
Yeah, Maggie Young, she had, I think she had 12 points.
12, yep.
Led them in scoring. Had the ball in her hand the whole night. She had pressure on her from the get-go.
It was a tough night.
Handled it really well. Did a great job. This ain't Coach Can's first rodeo. He'll regroup the troops, and they'll come back, and they'll be a threat to win the 6th region.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But for Assumption, a little bit of a harder decision. They had 4 players find the scoring column, or double figures in terms of the scoring column. Where are we going there?
Well, we talked about the obvious being Ashlyn James, but we kind of decided, I think we decided on Saray Barnett Palmer.
Yeah.
I mean, she got it started. She's the point guard. She makes them go. She gets effort on defense, and I think I said it several times, ball pressure makes your defense tough, and she makes their defense tough because it all starts up front, and if you can keep people out of your offense, you're going to be really – and she had 19 points.
Yeah.
I mean, and Ashlyn James, I mean, wow, how good was she? But I think when all is said and done with the defensive pressure on the ball, passing, scoring, and she's a fire, she's a fire starter, so to speak.
Sure.
Or she gets them going. You can tell they rally around her.
Yep. Several good performers tonight, but Saray Palmer going to be our player of the game for Assumption, and Maggie Young, your player for Mercy. So congratulations to both of them. And before we get out of here, certainly want to look at the upcoming schedule here on Glycod. Coming up on Glycod, more exciting high school basketball action brought to you by our good friends at Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you as we take a look at that upcoming schedule. You'll have Simon Kenton at Sacred Heart on Friday, and then George Rogers Clark at Sacred Heart next Tuesday. Coach, you and I will be back together for that one on Tuesday, but you'll be on the call for that Simon Kenton Sacred Heart game, right?
Looking forward to it. It's, if you look at it over the last probably 8 to 10 years, Sacred Heart, Cooper, Ryle, McCracken County, Simon Kenton, those have been basically the five, Clark, those are the 5 big 5 or 6, whatever I mentioned there, in the state of Kentucky.
Sure.
And Simon Kenton's 24-2. They're really good. So I'm looking forward to that.
All right, we'll have a good call on Friday. But before we get out of here, certainly want to thank Lisa Pinkston, the athletic director here at Assumption, getting us set up in a great spot, getting us all the things that we may have needed to bring you all this contest tonight. So appreciate her. Also, big shout out to Steve Bird, executive producer of Glycod, bringing us all the statistics, rosters, anything we need to be able to bring you all the game. Nick Landrum has been our on-site producer. We couldn't do it, as always, without Nick's help. Tulio DeSantis on camera this evening for us. He killed it as always as well, so appreciate Tulio. And then, Coach, glad to be back alongside you. Before we get out of here, any final thoughts?
It's been real and it's been fun. And it was actually real fun. So I enjoyed it. Look forward to doing it again. Nothing like high school basketball in Kentucky, getting close to postseason.
Yeah.
Man, these tournaments are going to be something.
They are, yep, and it'll be here before we know it. Looking forward to all that action. Make sure to keep it locked right here on Glycod for all the coverage of Kentucky and Indiana high school basketball coming up the next several weeks. But that's going to wrap it up here for us from Assumption High School. Alongside Coach Dave Henley, this is Justin Kalen saying so long and good night. You've been watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky. We do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, turning your scrap metal into scrap money. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. Polo Real Estate.